Hi, nice to meet you. My name's Aida Varela. I will be Peter's first grade teacher here at Diamond Lake. So a little bit about myself. I just want to go over a little bit about myself. My name's Aida Varela, like I said. I did attend the same school. I've lived here all my life in Mundelein. I have a daughter who is 7 years old, and I have a husband. We live in Mundelein. She attends the Mundelein School District as well. She is in second grade now. And a little bit about myself, I attended College of Lake County here in Grays Lake for 2 years. Then I transferred to Southern, where I got my bachelor's in elementary education. Excuse me. First grade is super important because that's where we learn all the bases to that's where we start building the foundation for all the education that you will get further. In this folder, I have this is for you. In this folder, I have my contact information. I have sight words in there. I have our rules and a little bit of reading activities that you could do at home. So the goals for this year, we have a lot of goals. We have a lot of things we're trying to achieve this year with our students. We want all students to be able to achieve these before they move on to second grade. So counting is a really important one. Counting, we expect all students to be able to count to 120 by themselves. We expect students to count by twos. We expect students to count by fives and tens. We also, for addition, we expect them to be able to add by single digits and double digits by themselves. We expect them not to use their fingers. In the beginning, we will stop using our fingers because I know in kindergarten some teachers do use their fingers, but at this point we would like them to have more memorization. For subtraction, it is the same thing. For subtraction, we are doing subtracting by single digits first, and then we will move on to double digits. And reading. So in reading, right now in kindergarten they had sight words, and by now we will be testing them in the beginning of the year. But those sight words should know all 50 sight words by this point. If they don't, we will work on the ones that they're having a hard time. But towards the middle of the year, we would like them to be in the first grade sight words. We want them to understand the words. We want them to know how to spell the words. We will not be having spelling tests at this point, but we do want them to start learning how to build the words up. Writing, we expect all students to know how to use punctuation, how to use capital letters and lowercase letters. So we would want them to pretty much build a sentence by themselves and be able to make sense. So the cat went to the store. So just being able to make transitions and to have a period and a capital letter. I will give you these. This is a sheet of sight words. I will give you the kindergarten, the first grade, and the second grade. So if they know all their first grade sight words, please feel free to go over these whenever. So if your child's ever doing homework, give them just this. You could sit it right next to them, just if they ever need any words that they would like to use. This is a great reference. We also have two things that we're working on this year. We have this extra math. This is also for you. And in that, it's just doing math facts, memorization, just seeing how many you get right, seeing which ones you're having a hard time with, just the basics of math. And then if you ever have if your child needs to any type of reading, in that paper you could find a lot of reading exercises, and these are all free. Then we will move on to our rules, our classroom rules. Our classroom rules are pretty easy and pretty basic. I just expect all students to respect each other, respect myself, and to listen to each other. Treat others how you would like to be treated. Raise your hand. I don't want anybody talking over each other, and keep your hands to yourself. So these are just pretty basic rules. Once again, like I said, all of this that I'm saying to you is in your folder. If you want to reference back to it, you could always reference back to it. And I also want to keep an open line of communication. I want you to be able to contact me whenever you would like, whenever you have any concerns, whenever you need to get a hold of me. You could contact me via email, or you can contact me with my phone number. The phone number is the school's phone number. I do get it here at my desk, but I might not always be able to get the call as soon as you call me, but I will always get back to you. Also, I will be using Class Dojo as an app, and I will be posting Friday newsletters. I will be posting reminders, pictures, and a lot of activities that we do in school. So that's another way of communication that I really like, just because I get those text messages instantly if you send them through the app. The other thing I would like to tell you is that I want to be able to teach the way that your student learns. So I want to really focus on how each student is learning, and I want to be able to mold my curriculum and my style of teaching to benefit your child. I really don't want to mold your child into the way I want them to learn. I really am trying to this year to make sure I emphasize how everybody is learning and trying to change up the curriculum so it can meet everybody's needs. Do you have any questions for me? No? Okay, well, thank you for coming in. I'm excited to be teaching Peter.